Hello, future medical professionals. Welcome to an exciting journey into the world of human biology. Today, we are diving deep into excretory products and their elimination, specifically focusing on the fascinating yet challenging topic of disorders. From basic understanding to competitive insights, we'll explore what happens when our body's waste removal system goes awry. Get ready to unlock knowledge across 4 levels of depth: easy, medium, hard, and hardest. Ready to discover what happens when our amazing kidneys face trouble? Let's start with the basics of common excretory disorders. Our excretory system, primarily the kidneys, is vital for filtering waste. When it malfunctions, we face excretory disorders. These conditions hinder the body's ability to maintain balance, leading to toxic buildup. Common examples include kidney stones, glomerulonephritis, and renal failure. Kidney stones are hard mineral deposits that cause severe pain. Glomerulonephritis is inflammation of the kidney's filters. Renal failure means the kidneys stop working, leading to uremia, where wastes accumulate in the blood. Early detection is key to managing these conditions effectively. Let's break down these common disorders. Kidney stones, or renal calculi, are formed when urine is too concentrated, allowing minerals like calcium oxalate to crystallize. Symptoms include sharp back pain and blood in urine. Glomerulonephritis involves inflammation of the tiny filters called glomeruli, often triggered by infections, leading to blood and protein in urine and swelling. Renal failure is when kidneys fail to remove wastes, either suddenly in acute failure or gradually in chronic failure. Uremia is the dangerous buildup of waste products, necessitating treatments like dialysis or kidney transplant. Time to test your understanding. Pause the video now and try to answer these 3 questions based on what we've just learned. Remember to focus on the key definitions and basic concepts. Good luck! Now that you've got the basics, let's go a bit deeper and explore the causes, symptoms, and initial treatments for these kidney disorders. Kidney stones can be more than just calcium oxalate. They can also be uric acid, struvite, or cystine, each with specific causes like diet, infections, or genetics. Risk factors include dehydration and certain medical conditions. The pain, known as renal colic, is often excruciating. Diagnosis typically involves imaging like a CT scan. While small stones may pass, larger ones might need procedures like ESWL, which uses shock waves to break them, or even surgery. Prevention often involves staying hydrated and dietary changes. Glomerulonephritis, or GN, involves inflammation damaging the kidney's filters. This can stem from immune reactions after infections or from autoimmune diseases, leading to blood and protein in the urine, swelling, and high blood pressure. GN can be acute and reversible, or chronic, leading to permanent damage. Renal failure, on the other hand, is a broader term for loss of kidney function. Acute kidney injury is sudden and often reversible, while chronic kidney disease is a gradual, irreversible decline, commonly caused by diabetes and hypertension, and is staged based on how well your kidneys are filtering. Uremia is a serious condition where toxic waste products accumulate in the blood due to failing kidneys, affecting almost every body system and causing symptoms like fatigue and nausea. When kidneys fail permanently, renal replacement therapies become essential. Hemodialysis uses an external machine, an artificial kidney, to filter your blood, typically several times a week. Peritoneal dialysis uses the lining of your abdomen, the peritoneum, as a natural filter, with fluid exchanges done at home. The ultimate treatment for end-stage renal disease is a kidney transplant, offering a chance at a near-normal life, though it requires lifelong medication to prevent organ rejection. All right, let's challenge ourselves with 5 questions covering the medium-level concepts. Take your time, think through the causes, symptoms, and treatment options we've discussed. Pause the video and give it your best shot. Ready to elevate your understanding? let's dive into the complex mechanisms and advanced treatments of kidney disorders. At the hard level, we differentiate between glomerulonephritis, often presenting as nephritic syndrome with inflammation, hematuria, and mild proteinuria, and nephrotic syndrome, which is characterized by massive protein leakage due to podocyte damage, leading to severe edema and hypoalbuminemia. Their underlying pathologies are distinct. Nephritic involves inflammatory damage to the glomeruli, while nephrotic involves increased permeability of the filtration barrier without significant inflammation. Understanding these differences is crucial for accurate diagnosis and tailored treatment strategies. Acute kidney injury, or AKI, can arise from prerenal causes like reduced blood flow, intrinsic damage to kidney tissue like acute tubular necrosis, or postrenal obstruction. Chronic kidney disease, or CKD, progresses through stages, starting with nephron loss, followed by compensatory hypertrophy of remaining nephrons. However, this compensation eventually leads to scarring and fibrosis, culminating in end-stage renal disease. Uremia, a consequence of CKD, brings systemic complications like anemia and bone disease, highlighting the kidney's widespread impact on body health. Hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis, while both renal replacement therapies, operate on distinct principles. Hemodialysis uses an external dialyzer where diffusion, ultrafiltration, and convection clean the blood. Peritoneal dialysis uses the body's own peritoneal membrane as the filter, relying on diffusion and osmosis. In kidney transplantation, MHC-HLA matching is paramount to minimize immune rejection. Post-transplant, patients face the risk of hyperacute, acute, and chronic rejection, necessitating lifelong immunosuppressive therapy to balance preventing rejection with minimizing side effects like infection. Now, let's tackle these 7 hard-level questions. These require a deeper understanding of pathophysiological mechanisms, comparisons, and treatment principles. Take your time to analyze each question thoroughly. Pause the video and challenge yourself. Welcome to the hardest level. Prepare to explore cutting-edge concepts, molecular intricacies, and future frontiers in nephrology. This is where you connect biology to advanced medical science. Beyond calcium oxalate, kidney stones can be uric acid, struvite from infections, or cystine from genetic defects, each with unique crystal shapes and etiologies. The pathogenesis involves a cascade from urine supersaturation to crystal retention. Modern diagnostics rely on non-contrast CT scans, while therapies range from ESWL to ureteroscopy with laser lithotripsy or PCNL for complex cases. Metabolic workups and targeted medical expulsive therapy represent advanced management strategies for preventing recurrence and improving stone passage. At the molecular level, podocytes and their slit diaphragm are central to glomerular filtration. Mutations in key proteins like nephrin and podosin disrupt this barrier, leading to massive proteinuria in nephrotic syndromes. Immune-mediated glomerulonephritis involves antigen-antibody complex deposition or direct antibody attacks, triggering inflammation and complement activation. Targeted therapies now include advanced immunosuppressants, RAS blockers, and even novel SGLT2 inhibitors, which demonstrate renoprotective effects beyond glucose control by modulating glomerular hemodynamics and reducing inflammation. Hemodialysis technology has advanced significantly with high-flux dialyzers and online hemodiafiltration, combining diffusion with convection for superior toxin clearance. Yet, maintaining vascular access remains a challenge. Peritoneal dialysis innovations focus on biocompatible dialysates like icodextrin and automated cyclers for improved patient convenience and peritoneal membrane preservation. Understanding peritoneal membrane transport characteristics is crucial for personalized prescriptions, though complications like peritonitis and encapsulating peritoneal sclerosis require constant vigilance and research into safer, more effective solutions. The future of nephrology is incredibly exciting. we are looking at bioartificial kidneys that integrate living cells to mimic full kidney function, and xenotransplantation using genetically modified animal organs to overcome organ shortages. Stem cell therapy and regenerative medicine hold promise for repairing damaged kidney tissue or even growing new kidneys. Finally, precision medicine aims to personalize CKD treatment through genetic profiling and novel biomarker discovery, paving the way for targeted therapies that could revolutionize how we manage and potentially cure kidney diseases. You've reached the pinnacle of understanding. Here are the first 5 questions for the hardest level. These demand critical thinking, synthesis of complex information, and a competitive edge. Take your time, analyze each scenario, and apply your deep knowledge. Good luck! And here are the final 5 questions to truly test your mastery of excretory disorders. These questions integrate various advanced concepts and require a comprehensive understanding. Push your limits, think creatively, and demonstrate your expertise. You've got this! Congratulations on completing this in-depth journey through excretory disorders. We hope you've gained invaluable insights. For more such comprehensive and engaging content, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more NEET biology content. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing towards your medical aspirations.